Hello and good evening, friends of the French Foreign Legion. Today I will go on with my adventures in French Guiana and explain to you what we mean when we use the word Mission Profonde. So please keep it up and stay with me after the intro, and I will guide you to the through deep forest of French Guiana. Thank you, see you later, bye bye. Hello and good evening, friends of the French Foreign Legion. As I often play clips now about my adventures in French Guiana, a lot of people ask me, what is Mission Profonde? Because this is kind of word I use very often. And in this clip I want to explain you what it is. Mission Profonde, as the name you shows already, it's kind of mission who will guide us in the deep forest of French Guiana. As you can see here by the map, this is French Guiana. So we have in the north part the Atlantic, and from the north to the south we have about 350 kilometers, and from the east to the west we also have about 350 kilometers, and all this area can only have access into this area even by foot, what means boots on the ground, crossing the jungle, no pistes, no passes, no ways, or by the rivers called creek. So when you choose the option to cross the country by rivers, that means you need to have kind of dugout canoe. That's what we did. So in this it was a mix. So the Mission Profonde aims to keep up the sovereignty of the French national territory, France Guiana, Guyane Française, because inside of the country we have gold. And you know, we have a lot of adventurers, gold diggers, bandits, outlaws coming from Suriname, so from the west, or from Brazil, from the south and the east, into the country to dig for this yellow metal, for this gold. And the French Foreign Legion has decided to set up the Mission Profonde to keep them away from the gold, to have always, via patrols, eye on the target, what happened inside of the country. So the preparation took place in Kourou, in Quartier Forget. Here we're bringing all together the material we need for the Mission Profonde, and we have always to keep in mind that all the stuff we need for 30 days has to be carried on our back in the rucksack. And there's a lot of things, because we need a lot of explosive stuff, kind of plastic, you know, to blow away all the trees who crossing our ways on the rivers, or to have to make some areas where helicopters can land when you have people biting by snakes or whatever, if you have any problem. So a lot of explosive stuff. We need chainsaws and petrol for it. We need a lot of petrol and oil for our motors, for the canoes. We need a lot of food for 30%, for 30 days. We need weapons, collective weapons like anti-tank weapons. We need radios, and so on and so on. So it's very much material. And this material We set up in Kourou, bring it to Cayenne, Rochambeau Airport, and from there, with the Transal C-160 to St. George. So St. George from the Oyapock is on the Oyapock River. And the Oyapock River is frontier with Brazil. Here in St. George, we make contact with our piroguiers. Piroguiers are the men, the bush Negroes, who guides us over the river. So, for one group of 10 men, we have one dugout canoe. So, 4 canoes. So, all the material we set up to fit in the canoes, and then the adventure can begin. So we are heading south towards Camopi. But the first major obstacle are the rapids of Maripa or Galibi, like the Indians call them. Because if the river is dry, so you can see from far the rapids, like mountains, going up, going up, going up. It's huge. So you cannot pass if the river has not enough water. So what we have done, all the materials need to go on the land side by trail wagons. By trail wagons crossing the forest, crossing the deep forest for 2 or 3 kilometers to join the canoes who are making an empty passage towards the south. So when we meet them, all the material again has to be brought into the pirogues, what we call the canoes, and is going on heading south towards Camopi. Camopi is kind of Indian village here in this corner. And Camopi is for normal man forbidden, out of bounds. No way to go there. Only policemen and French foreign legionnaires can be there. Then we're taking the creek, what means the river, Inipi, heading west, deep into the forest, deep into the heart of the country of French Guiana. So another obstacle here, about here, are the Chumaka, rapids Chumaka. They're very dangerous. But here, at this place, about here, we have 50 kilometers where we have to cross the country walking. And we have to do this 50 kilometers within 2 weeks. That sounds a lot of time, but it's not. Because firstly, we carry 50 kilos luggage on our back. Secondly, you have days you only can make 800 meters per day. You're crossing swamp areas. You're crossing areas where are a lot of snakes, mosquitoes, mouche à feu, mountain, swamp area again, tree falling down and crossing our ways, our paths. So it's a very tough affair. So we set up different equipes, 5 equipes, to organize ourselves to pass through. But it will be subject of another clip. So when we reach the point Etas Unis, here at the Inini River, the travel goes on towards Maroni River. But one more time, one more word to this passage here. We have to cross per foot, per walking, boots on the ground. This part is called Chemin des Emerillons. And we are within the first European man crossing this area. It's huge, it's really an adventure. So when we reach the Maroni River, it goes up, we're heading north to Atlantic again, and in Saint Laurent, the mission is over. So we had done about 650 kilometers within 30 days. 30 days rain, 30 days blood, 30 days sweat. And I can tell you, this is one of the last adventures a real free man can have. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome you in the next clip. My adventures in French Guiana, I will set up maybe in 1 week. Have a good time. Thomas Gast. Bye bye.